بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. Inshallah, our lecture today is going to be about the concept of pi. But before we start talking about pi, we need to start making the right measurement for the science that we're presenting, because everything is connected to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and this connection is very unique. Subhanallah, Allah Azza wa Jal created the universe in very, very unique way. And this way, when we connected it to our body in a outside form, because we reached certain age, we always hated math. We hate math, or we hate physics, or we hate science when we were growing up. Why? Because things are getting very, very complicated, and the way our scientists now presenting the science is very boring. But in reality, if we check all the 3D movies that they're making, now it's recently about the 3D art they're making about the current science, it's becoming more understandable, and people are falling in love more and more with science. Allah Azza wa Jal, when He created religion as a constitution. I said this before. Religion is a constitution. If someone asks you, I do not believe in religion, you could say, how you cannot believe in a constitution that governs your relationship with Allah? Some people say when we don't believe in religion, this is mean we hate Allah. No, it's not just hate. It's something not unique that what they're presenting against us. I'm talking about the atheist, or I'm talking about the people who are not convinced with Allah. They're convinced as God. They're convinced as the nature is our God, even though the nature need Allah to govern it. So the main reality that exists now is time. Subhanallah, Allah created everything very unique. When in Holy Quran, when Allah Azza wa Jal, He ordered the things to exist, everything to exist, in the Quran He said kun. Kun mean be in English. And I previously spoke about the Arabic letters, how unique they are and how they came from the sacred geometry. Each one of them, all the circles inside, all the edges, all of them, they came from the sacred geometry. Sacred geometry, and we have to understand and capable of understanding all those edges and shape make our unique way of thinking, make our unique way of comprehension or our consciousness. The very unique way of thinking say that if we presenting Allah in this form, then this God, He shouldn't be presented or kept inside edges. Like when we say, for example, when we sit with Christianity, we sit with them, they will say Jesus is Son of God. I immediately say you can capture Jesus, right? Because he's a human. Even though they say it's very beautiful or unique that Allah sent someone like as His son for us to save us, we could say immediately He could save us. Allah Azza wa Jal saves us without sending anybody, right? Because this is what we call rahmatullah. This is what we call rahmah, the forgiveness of Allah. Allah Azza wa Jal, when we say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, He is the most forgiven, the most merciful. He is merciful. He doesn't need anybody to sacrifice in this form. Like for why? Because now most Christians, even though some fathers and the Christians, they say we don't really believe in this form that Jesus, He died for our sins, so you can make anything, and then later you go to church, you confess, and then you will be grant heaven because you still believe in Jesus. Some Shia, they say this. They say if you believe only in Ahl al-Bayt without praying, without doing anything, that Allah Azza wa Jal will give us shafa'ah, will give us intercession because we believed on those people. In reality, Ahl al-Bayt, they say we don't give intercession to anyone that he doesn't do prayers. They say that, especially Imam Rida before his martyrdom, he said inside his wasiyah, he said what? He said, tell our Shia that we don't give intercession to anybody that he doesn't perform a salat. Why prayers? Then a salat amud al-din. Amud al-din is the thing you can construct your life on. It is if it's the ground shaken, It's a shaky. Everything you build on is shaky. So Allah Azza wa Jal, He wants us to understand why we do the prayers. Why we do these prayers. Some people, they think when they go down, they bow, they give Allah Azza wa Jal more power. In reality, no, they don't give Him more power. Actually, the prayers give us the power, give us the energy. Why? Because we connect with all the dimensions that we've been in. What those dimensions is the line of time for Allah Azza wa Jal. This is the line of time. Allah Azza wa Jal, our God, is outside time. He's not inside time. When He created, He said, Kun. I'll tell you why He outside time. If He's inside time, then we will be always with Allah. Then we will be like God. I'll tell you how. It is a little complicated when we go a little deeper in it, but you need to understand it. Why? Because we need to know about what is exactly destiny. How Allah Azza wa Jal give the destiny. How the forgiveness come to us. How the angels know what's gonna happen. But for example, someone, he's driving the car fast, and then suddenly he made an accident. Suddenly he died immediately. Did the angel of death wait him at this point? At that point exactly, and then he took his life, his spirit away, his nafs? Or suddenly, the angel of death, he was flying, and then someone made accident, so the angel of death immediately came and then he took his life. We ask those questions, right? Some people, they say, okay, we ask those questions. So the angels, they know the ghaib, they know what's gonna happen tomorrow. So how they know? And Allah Azza wa Jalla in the Quran said, وَلَا يَعْلَمُ الْغَيْبَ إِلَّا اللَّهُ, and nobody know what is the ghaib, what is the unseen except Allah. You see, over here the contradictions will start happening inside our brain. This is how the atheists always attack us, because they say your Quran is contradicting itself. But we'll go back to the beginning. Allah Azza wa Jal, He said kun, and He created everything from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And this is from multiple narrations. Some people, they ask me, where do you get this from? It's from multiple narration. The narration of Ibrahim alayhi salam, and from the Quran. Ibrahim, he said what? He said, وَنَادَى Ibrahim lil-Hajj. What? He asked people to do pilgrimage. Right? When he built the house, Al-Kaaba, he said, وَنَادَى Ibrahim lil-Hajj. Look, we have everything, two pictures for it. Inside the riwayat, as-Sunnah, Shia, all Muslims, we have the Bayt. Bayt yani what? Al-Kaaba. And then on top of this Kaaba, we have something called Al-Bayt al-Ma'mur. Have you ever heard of it? Al-Bayt al-Ma'mur is the place where all the malaika go and do tawaf with. Yani in heavens, there's a Kaaba too in heaven, and the one in Kaaba called Al-Bayt al-Ma'mur. And it's important to understand why, because Allah Azza wa Jal, He created everything on earth in a smaller scale, but He's still showing us the reality of it. When I showed you the sacred geometry, one of the form is what? One of the form from 5 forms that we call them platonic solids is the cube, right? Inside this cube, this is the Bayt al-Ma'mur in heavens, and this Bayt al-Ma'mur is constructed from 14 different points. Subhanallah, we have Ahl al-Bayt salamullah alayhim plus Rasulullah plus Sayyidah al-Zahra are 14. And then Allah Azza wa Jal, He presented this Bayt al-Ma'mur on earth as a cube. So the people who say Islam is not a universal religion, actually Islam carry the cube that existed in a platonic solid. So subhanallah, it's all constructed by science. Yani Islam, the proof of God is by science. So when Ibrahim alayhi salam, he asked people who didn't exist, because he was only with his son, right? He was sitting with his son. He built the house, he built Al-Kaaba, and then he said, Allah Azza wa Jalla, He ordered him, go to this mountain and then ask people to perform pilgrimage. And he said, oh Allah, how can I ask people and there's nobody here? Nobody, it's empty. What do you mean ask people to come to pilgrim? Allah Azza wa Jalla, He's showing us that over at that point, that exactly what happened with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when He created him, when He created Rasulullah, what happened? He presented Rasulullah as Nabi Ibrahim alayhi salam. Yani there is a picture for Ibrahim alayhi salam on earth. This picture presented by Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam over there, and he asked the void Allah Azza wa Jal created the void at that point. Void is a creation, zero is a creation. He asked the void, and Ibrahim alayhi salam, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, because he is the picture of Ibrahim on earth. Do you understand? Do you follow so far? He asked the void he asked us to be alive, and we accepted this. So when we start coming from that place by millions to that nur, right? Who is that nur? Is Rasulullah. Right. Someone, he will say all this is a lie. He can say all this is a lie. How did I know this? How did I know? Have you ever watched a movie, like small movie? I'm gonna show it on here, and you're not gonna see it because I don't have a screen today. But have you ever seen a movie? Let me just add voice. Sorry. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Yeah. Have you ever seen a movie from the? You can see it from YouTube. It's called The Journey of a Sperm. Look how exactly when, for example, a male and female, they do the sexual intercourse together, what exactly happened? To us is a little funny and so on, and it's real. This is funny, will make us laugh, but look at every detail. Subhanallah, look at every detail. It is exactly like when Allah Azza wa Jal ordered Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to come from the void. It is exactly the same thing. Inside the woman's body, there's what? There is the we call it egg. Let's make it simple. We call it the egg. This egg is look like the nur that asking all those spirits to come to her, right? Because this egg is asking them to come so life can happen, right? Subhanallah. When this happened, there's 300 million sperm that travel from the point zero to the egg. 300 million in 1 second only they come. 300 million. Allah subhanallah. Allah Azza wa Jal could send only one sperm, and then it immediately could be delivered there. But why he's showing us this? Why? Because there's a struggles, right? When the sperm go inside, there's first struggle, and then second struggle, and third struggle, and then fourth struggle, and then in the fifth struggle, what Allah Azza wa Jal inside the woman body, the body itself, the muscle will start helping the sperm over in that. I don't want to go deeper into the details and so on, but if you watch the movie, you'll be able to watch it all on YouTube or in any place. You just search for The Journey of Sperm, and then you will see very beautiful images. And Allah Azza wa Jal, subhanallah, in every sperm there's it's like us when we were in a void land, going to connect with the ultimate reality, and this ultimate reality, it gives us life. And this is the ultimate test on earth. It is exactly same thing. Yani Allah Azza wa Jal, He's showing us that this intercourse can bring someone to life. And from the void, the egg look like what? It's round, look like zero. And I told you before, the zero in it's a Arabic letter, is Arabic number, round. And same thing, look like the egg, zero. And then this one sperm from those millions, it has to connect with this egg to become to life. That's what we call in علم العرفان الذوبان في الذات المحمدية. ذات المحمدية what? يعني you melt yourself to become one in the nafs Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When you become one with nafs Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it is like the ultimate thing for you. This way you have to clear yourself from the ego. This is how we learn this from who? From inshallah I will reflect more on this journey, but this is how we connected with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So over here Allah Azza wa Jalla is showing us this is how we came to life, right? In alam ad-dunya. Alam ad-dunya, we came by a sperm, and in alam, the first one, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he told us to come the same way that we come to alam ad-dunya, a sperm, and then we were fighting and struggling and so on to reach the ultimate goal. That's in alam ad-dunya, we're same thing, we're to reach the ultimate goal. طيب. Allah Azza wa Jalla, He ordered kun. Even the language, he broke it for you because it's so heavy. It's so heavy because it's from the sacred geometry. It was a circle, and then he said kun, it broke in half, and then the kaf came in, broke into you, and then with the noon and there's a wow inside kun, but it's hidden. And how did we know that? Well, there's a hadith. Amruhu bayna al-kafi wa nun. His knowledge, not just his knowledge, all the all the foundation of the existence was between the kaf and the noon, which is the water, right? Because he said later in the Quran that everything was created from water. Right? So at that moment, we still saying Allah Azza wa Jal is outside time. Right? If Allah Azza wa Jal is inside time, what's gonna happen? When we say Allah Azza wa Jal is limited to time, time is Allah is governed by Allah, or time is governing Allah. What's gonna happen? When He say kun, everything is moving slowly, right? So when Allah Azza wa Jal is moving between infinity time, there's minus infinity plus infinity time, right? And then when He said, let's me now be in existence, and you, every one of you. So if Allah Azza wa Jal moving with time, what's happening? We've been with Allah Azza wa Jal all the time. And this is impossible. Why? Because we are becoming gods now. Did you understand the point? So when Allah Azza wa Jal ordered those things to be, we existed immediately from void. Because if we were not in void before, we've been existence with Allah Azza wa Jal. This is what we call it eternity, right? Allah Azza wa Jal, He only have this eternity. Nobody other have this eternity. So we're moving now, us in time, and Allah Azza wa Jal is from outside, not just watching us. We already passed all those dimensions. What awalim? Yeah, dimension. The first one is not just dimension; it's awalim. The first one is we have from the Quran 7. The first one is alamul arwah, yani the spirits place, the spirits realm. The second one is alamul zar. Zar, yani, for example, let's say I have a kid now, and then in the future I'm gonna have another kid, and Allah Azza wa Jal, He wrote that I'm gonna have, let's say, 6 kids or 7 kids. I'm gonna make my wife busy, but let's say I have 6 or 7 kids. What's happening here? Allah Azza wa Jal, He wrote this, so there's spirits there, right? This is what we call it Alam al-Zar. They already existed, and Allah Azza wa Jal mentioned Alam al-Zar during Ibrahim alayhi salam, when he asked people to come to do pilgrimage from inside Alam al-Zar, min zurriyatihim, they said we are going to come to do Hajj. So this is how we know there's Alam al-Zar. After that, there's Alam al-Arham, the wombs. This is how we came. There's a sperm, there's an egg, because exactly every place it is repetitive, the same story, repeating. Now in Alam al-Dunya, after that there's Alam al-Barzakh, and this Alam al-Barzakh still exists on earth. And after Alam al-Barzakh there is what? Alam Yawm al-Qiyamah. There's Judgment Day, and then after Judgment Day there is heaven or hell. Look how many times. All those ones are connected together. When Allah Azza wa Jal ordered them to be, immediately they were. Yani the point He said we were standing on the balance in Yawm al-Qiyamah. We were standing there in a scale. Not that we can say it, in a scale. And then Allah Azza wa Jal, He's bringing us all these things. The construction of the scale, inshallah, in the future I will speak about it more. It is very deep. What exactly this balance? What is it made from? It is very deep. And let me tell you something. The secret of this scale is Salat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. This scale is connected to the Salat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad in very unique way. Inshallah, in the future we'll unveil this, because to unveil it we need to understand why we do Salat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Some people, they say, for example, Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad, and then people say Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. What is happening here? In riwayat will say you take, for example, 10 hasanat or 100 hasanat. In Laylatul Jum'ah you take 1000 hasan, 1000 good deed. But why you're taking a good deed? And what is exactly the Salat ala Muhammad? You see? So the balance in Yawm al-Qiyamah is the Salat ala Muhammad. Yani the foundation of this balance is this Salat. Inshallah we will elaborate more in the future. So All time is connected together to Allah Azza wa Jal. It's one piece. To give you easier example is when you watch YouTube. You have, for example, you have 2 hours on YouTube. You bring the time right, left, right. You can cheat. You know, you don't. If you're watching Indian movie, it's like 3 hours and a half. You don't want to watch it all. You watch first half hour and then you take it at the very end because you're busy. So you all this time, what happened to it? Immediately you took it out, right? So for Allah Azza wa Jal, we can imagine it is like that. Everything's already happened before.
Okay, so the end is already known for us.
For Allah, not for us.
No, I mean our end is known.
No, for Allah, known for Allah. You see, because we don't really know
Allah,
it yet.
Course.
Yeah.
You know, He knows who's going to be in heaven, who's going to be in hell.
We are now talking probable. I don't want you to lose your way. We're talking probabilities now.
Yeah.
Let's walk in not just probabilities and relativities. Relative يعني مش relative يعني your relative cousin. No, relativity يعني I don't know how to explain, but okay. So the relativity is something connected to this vision. It is something how I'll explain it now. For example, now I am sitting here. There is the science of probability and the science of relativity. The science of relativity is always walking with me. The science of probability, there's how many probable things I'll be able to make here now. The scientists study that. They'll say we can go up to 1 million probable thing happening. Some study they say 100,000. Some of them they say 10,000. What do I mean by that? For example, I can be sitting here and then suddenly I can snap. I can and then take my phone and throw you with it, right? This is one of the probabilities. So if you study for example, I'm standing here and then we have no electricity. So 1 million probable thing can happen a moment. Allah Azza wa Jal, look how wise and how powerful is He. He's able to give us a destiny for 1 million probable every second. He is given us all those. Why? Because let me tell you something. I want to make it closer to you. If you study a little bit computers, let's say I'm bringing camera now. I have a camera. I plug it in inside the computer. Do you think the computer immediately will know the camera? You have to insert software, right? You have to put software for the computer so it knows this is a camera. This is how we know. Right. Inside our realm, all the probabilities, Allah Azza wa Jal gave them definition. So this is how we know the probabilities. You see? This is how we know that it's gonna happen. When we do this, Allah Azza wa Jal will give you this. Some people they say Allah Azza wa Jal is controlling my life 100%. Actually, no, He's not controlling your life 100%. You have the choice to do it, and then when you do that, there's a cause and there's an effect. There's a cause and there's an effect. And when
so time is relative to what you do. So you can change the future according to what your actions.
Yes, based on your
action. If you do
action.
something right now, even if your future is written, you can change it.
Yeah. Like you said, someone, I can go further. Someone will say that, why we're living then? Allah Azza wa Jal, He know what's gonna happen, so He can immediately move immediately to Yawm al-Qiyamah. Let me give you the concept of this philosophy, because some people may say right, some people might say wrong. Because who are you now? You are the past, you are the present and present, and then you are the future, right? Can you think about it a little bit? I don't want you to think about it. You are the past, you are the present, you are the future. I'll give you explanation. What exactly by you are the past, you are the present, you are the future? I was speaking now, right? I'm waiting 1 second. I said 1 second ago I'm speaking now, right? It is in the present.
You formed your past.
But now I'm making the present at the same time. I'm holding. This is the future. You see? You are connected to 3 things at the same time. You're connected to the present, you are connected to the past, you're connected to the future at the same time.
Is it possible to move between present, past, and future?
No. There's Allah Azza wa Jal. Allah Azza wa Jal, He gave us something to move to the past with. What do you know? What is it? He gave us a loophole to go to the present. To go to the past. Who knows what is it?
Remember?
Yeah, your memory. But can you give me an evidence that your memory existed? Allah Azza wa Jal could created everything to this moment, and then He give you this memory, and then you believe that this has existed, right? Can you give me proof that this has really existed?
No.
Yeah, see, still, it's connected together. Okay, are you
Is
getting
there
the point?
Like, is there a way to actually go to the past, like physically, other than in memory?
We can, the only way Allah Azza wa Jal, He opened the past for it, the only way, that's why He opened that's why He give you the memory, is to do istighfar. Istighfar by itself is a big science. Why? Because Allah Azza wa Jal, when He start teaching Adam alayhi salam, He said وَعَلَّمَ آدَمَ الْأَسْمَاء. طيب, Urafa, they say علم Adam, He teach Adam أسماء أهل البيت, the name of أهل البيت. And then after that, he did teach him something unique that never happened before to anyone that existed on earth. You know what is it? Is istighfar. Because Iblis, when he said, I don't want to do this anymore to Allah Azza wa Jal, I don't want to bow to Adam, he didn't know that there's istighfar. He didn't know that saying, please, sorry, forgive me for what I did before. Because at that place with Malaika, when we go to this place and then when we leave the time earth, when we leave this meaning on earth, whatever we do in alam yawm over there, it is there. You cannot change it anymore. You'll see it, you'll see the effect immediately. In alam al-dunya, now you do a bad thing. What's happening when you do a bad thing?
Consequences.
Allah Azza wa Jal, yeah, but He give you a chance. Let's say مثلا male and female, يعني one guy and a girl, they decided to commit adultery. Allah Azza wa Jal, He does not immediately make everybody know about them. He will give them a chance first time, right? He will give them a chance second time, and the third time, Allah Azza wa Jal, He will expose them. This is what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. He said, if a person stealing, let's say from a store, don't think, and he was caught, some people caught him, don't think it was his first time when you caught him. Allah Azza wa Jal gave him a chance multiple times. Why? Because He allowed for the istighfar. He's allowed for the istighfar. So Allah Azza wa Jal, when He's outside time, He has all the picture. Everything is connected together. And Allah Azza wa Jal, He gave this picture to who? To Ahlul Bayt salamullah alayhi. He gave all this picture to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. طيب, a person can argue. He said in the Quran, He said, وَلَا يَعْلَمُ الْغَيْبَ إِلَّا هُ. Nobody know what's the unseen is except Allah. Nobody know it. Do you know what is the unseen? What is the unseen? Who knows?
Future?
The future is known. I told you. How it is known? Let me give you an example.
He is not seen.
Yeah. It's getting closer. For example, a person driving a car. It's real. It is real. If Allah Azza wa Jal, He opened the hujub and from our eyes, you'll see the angel of death is waiting for you. Waiting, not for you. For God forgive. For someone He's going to, for example, now someone is traveling very fast. You see? And then immediately when he did the accident, at the moment he died. Exactly at the moment. I'm going to give you different example. Someone, he took the gun and then he shot someone else in the head. He immediately should be dying, right? The death should take less than a second. Let's imagine the angel of death, he didn't know that this is going to happen. What do you think is going to happen? When someone shoot him, he will lay on the floor and then he has half brain out and he's still talking and speaking. Because he's not dead. Because Allah Azza wa Jal didn't order him to die, right? Do you think this is believable? No. So the death happened by what? By coordination with multiple realms between malaika. Yani someone who know the destiny. He ordered the Malakul Maut, the angel of death, to be at this moment, at that time, exactly. So when this guy shot him, Malakul Maut, he took it and he took his spirit immediately and he took it out at the same moment. You see? So there's a coordination. So Alam al-Ghayb is known. Alam al-Ghayb is known. Allah Azza wa Jal, He opened Alam al-Ghayb. For example, from Ahl al-Bayt. Ahl al-Bayt, they have many narration about Imam Mahdi, he's gonna reappearance, right? One of the Imam Mahdi reappearance, he will say, this guy, this king will die. After a few years, someone will come up. It's happening. Real. They say, Masan, before, I'm telling you from 2000, from the year 2000. We have narration about Syria. There's going to be massacres there, many things gonna happen there, the destruction and so on and so on. And then people, they used to laugh at this narration, say Syria, if you go there, on every person there's a person who watching him, and every person there's a person watching this person. It's like on top of each other, and everywhere you go, you see someone's watching you, someone is following you to see what exactly you're doing, what we call intelligence. And then suddenly in 2011 or 12, exactly whatever Ahl Bayt said it's gonna happen in Syria, it happened. So nobody could imagine this is could really happening. So Ahl Bayt, since 1400 years ago, they give us what's gonna happen exactly for the appearance of Imam Mahdi Salamullah alayhi.
But is it possible to change?
Yes. How we change that? What we say, the changing of destiny. Masalan, Ahl Bayt, when they said that those narration is going to happen, when they said this is gonna happen in Syria, when they still said, there's nothing from what we said is 100% going to happen. Why? Because people are able to change it. How? For example, if we're telling you guys, if we're telling you that Syria, this is what's going to happen with it, so people can prepare for it. So it's gonna happen. It happened, right? But there are some people who prepared for it. So they said Sufyani, if he's gonna come at this time, he's still gonna come. There is a Sufyani, but instead of him coming very powerful, he's gonna come very weak. You see, Allah Azza wa Jal, there's a destiny, and it's gonna happen. Syria, this is whatever happened to Syria. Sufyani is coming, so on, it's gonna come. It's happening, but instead of Sufyani coming with an army that equal to 400,000 people, who's gonna slaughter Shia in Janub Lebanon, in the south of Lebanon, and then killing people in Alawiyin in Syria, and then going to Iraq and destroying all the maqamat, because they said that in the riwayat. They said it might happen. But now if Sufyani come, do you think he's gonna do that? Why? Because we have a big power in south of Lebanon, because those people, they understood what does it mean to make their own destiny with the help of Allah Azza wa Jal. You see? Now you're using tawakkul ala Allah Azza wa Jal, you're using the knowledge of Ahlul Bayt, and you're changing the destiny. For example, some people on TV, this is one of the Shia's school of thought, I'm sorry to say that, they say, we hope that the fasad will be much broader. We hope to everyone killing everyone. Why? Because we want Imam Mahdi to come faster. Imagine that, someone praying for fasad and killing to have it more, people to killing each other. We have more massacres. They're praying to have more massacres, so Imam Mahdi come faster. No. If this has happened, he will never gonna come. He will never gonna come. Why? Because he need people that's going to change the course of destiny with him. Because any imam is Mahdi. All the imams, the 12 imams, are Mahdiyin. All of us, all of them. When Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Awaluna Muhammad, awsatuna Muhammad, akhiruna Muhammad, kulluna Muhammad." That's important hadith if we think about it. All of imams are Muhammad. All of them. Muhammad al-Mahdi, Muhammad as the Prophet, Muhammad as, you see? Yeah, all of them, they share the same faces. And even we have a narration from, I think, Al-Baqir alayhi salam, he was speaking to someone, and he said, I came to speak to your father, I don't want to speak to you. Imam, he turned left, and then he turned right with the face of his father. He changed his face. You see, all of them are one, are connected together. All of them are the same science, all of them the same body. If you have the ultimate knowledge, you will be able to change all these things, because this is science. This is science. This is real. Iblis, la'natullah alayh, if someone say, oh, you give your imams more power, than Iblis is able to shift shape, right? That when the angels came to Lut alayhi salam, they were looking like real man. When they come to Ibrahim alayhi salam, looking like real man. Jibreel alayhi salam, sometime when he used to visit Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he used to come in real shape, a man shape, right? So if someone tell you this is impossible, it is possible. This is what we call the science of Abdan, Ilm al-Abdan.
Just like Malik al-Maut came to Nabi Muhammad before he dies.
Yes, exactly. And this is from the Sunni's narration. You see, so
Imam al-Mahdi is also able to shift shape.
Yeah, for sure. All the imam able to shift shape. They're able to show you that they're a little kid or older or so on. So focusing on the body, only on the body, it will not get you anywhere. Focusing on the body. For example, many people will die to know how, for example, Imam Ali looked like. No, we don't want to focus on the body, because Imam Ali is only in Alam al-Dunya, is shaped like that. This is the only shape in Alam al-Dunya. But if he travel to different realm, different alam, he will change the shape. Even us. Why? Because we are governed by the gravity. Let's say, for example, we send someone to the space station. If someone stay in a space station for more than 2 years over there, the body, the DNA inside his body will start cutting his. He doesn't need the arms anymore or the legs anymore. We will turn like worms. Do you know that? We will turn. Why? Because he will start disabling all the bones from inside you. He said, when you're in space, our DNA, it is designed like that. If there's no gravity equal to 9.8, your body will start changing the shape of itself, because you don't need. Do you need legs in space? You don't need legs. So he will take them out from your body, the DNA. Do you need arms? No, we don't need. You'll be like what? Like a snake over there. Let's say people, they're interested to go to Mars. They want to live there. Do you think they're gonna, if they ever went there, do you think they're gonna still the same shape if they're gonna go there? No, they will change their shapes.
Evolution.
Yeah, no, not just evolution. The DNA always has a measurement inside. There's a measurement inside their DNA that was saying, the DNA will say, okay, why we need that? Let's say I'm a DNA inside. I'm one of the protein inside the DNA, taking the decision. Enzymes, yeah. It will say, why we have the arm? Why we need them? We don't need them because there's no gravity. Take them out. Take the legs out. We'll be like worms. Maybe there's some different organs we don't really know about, and it will come to life. You see? So Allah Azza wa Jal, He created us capable of living anywhere, but this change will shift. So the knowledge of Allah Azza wa Jal is outside all that. He gave this knowledge to Ahlul Bayt Salamullah alayh, and He gave them to govern this. The big problem is we are now. It's not just a problem. I want you to understand. When now Allah Azza wa Jal, when He created everything, so we are living the past, we are living the future, we are living the present at the same moment, always at the same moment. Remember this very well. It will change your life. In Yawm al-Qiyamah, it is like now we are in Yawm al-Qiyamah. Since Allah Azza wa Jal, He doesn't have time, so we are already there. We are already there. We are not just pushed back, we are watching what we did. Allah Azza wa Jal in the Quran, He said, لِنُرِيَهُمْ أَعْمَالَهُم. We will see them what they did, right? What did they do in Alam
right
al-Dunya?
now we're watching what we did.
We are watching, yes. Yes. Yes, and the more fascinating things, let me tell you something. We are still connected with Alam al-Zar till this moment. Till this moment we are still connected with Alam al-Zar.
But if we're watching what we did,
Yeah.
so everything we think we can change or has already been, decisions already been taken.
Yeah, but over there we have something called Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What does Rahman ar-Rahim mean? Yeah, mercy. طيب. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Why? In Surah Al-Fatiha, look how this is important. This is why we have Ahlul Bayt. In Surah Al-Fatiha, our school of thought saying Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim is a part of the surah. Is a part of the surah. Yeah, yani Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim 1 should be Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen 2, because Bismillah ar-Rahman is a part of Surah Al-Fatiha. طيب. A narration that's, yeah, I'll continue this thought. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, and then Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Why he wanna say them twice? Why he wanna say those Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim over here, and this Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen ar-Rahman ar-Rahim here? Why he wanna say it twice? There's a science behind that. Okay, we have a narration from Ahlul Bayt, and not just from Ahlul Bayt. This is from the Sunni too. I want them to search for it. All the meaning of the Quran is in Surah Al-Fatiha. All the meaning of Surah Al-Fatiha is in Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. And the narration at the Sunni, they're saying all the Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim is in the Ba. and over here it stopped the narration. Okay, I'm gonna follow the narration of the Sunnis. I don't wanna follow the narration of the Shia. Okay, this is important. طيب هلا many people say this narration, but nobody really think deeper. They will say, oh, when we say this, oh, subhanallah, and then the subject is finished. This has always happened. When I say this to anybody, oh, subhanallah, and then the subject is finished. No, I want you to think about it. Look, so if I say Bismillah, or if I say all the meaning of the Quran is in Surah Al-Fatiha, right? Like, where is Surah Al-Baqarah inside Surah Al-Fatiha? Who can tell me where is it? Who can tell me where is Surah Qul Huwa Allahu Ahad inside Surah Al-Fatiha? If I don't show you that Surah Al-Baqarah is if I don't show you that Surah Al-Baqarah is in Surah Al-Fatiha, then this hadith is kizib, right? Is bad hadith. And Rasulullah, he doesn't know anything, because this hadith is mutawatir. Mutawatir means Sunni and Shia, they have it. So there's no escape that this thing existed. Type. Let me give you the obvious things before I give you the deeper things, because this is very deep science. This is alone is a science. But where we have Rasulullah is many times Allah Azza wa Jal, he brought him. He there's surah we call Muhammad, right, inside the Quran. There's Surah Yasin, there's Surah Noon, there's type. We have many names for Rasulullah inside the Quran, right? Type. Where is Rasulullah inside Surah Al-Fatiha? And this should be very easy, right? Because many times all the Quran is talking about Muhammad. So where's Muhammad in Surah Al-Fatiha? Don't cheat, because you were asking me before. Okay. Let's read deeper inside the word. We say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We say Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. So does this given us the definition of Allah? There's a definition in Surah Al-Fatiha for Allah. Where is the definition? Can you tell me from Surah Al-Fatiha who is Allah? I'm coming to Rahman Rahim, but let's say there is a definition for Allah in Surah Al-Fatiha. He said Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Oh, thank you Allah for what you gave us. This is a definition. Did you know? Now I tell you Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Did you know about Allah? What is He? No, you didn't know. We say Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim is two names of Allah, right? Type. Is Allah Rahman only? No, you said Rahman Rahim. Is Allah Rahman only? Is He only Rahman?
No.
Yeah. Why He's not Rahman only? Because if He's Rahman only, then He's limited, right? Then He's no more Allah. He's limited. He's a limited person. He's a limited creator. So Rahman is what? Is a creation. Allah Azza wa Jal created Rahman. Is a creation. He cannot be He Himself Rahman. Our ulama, they say Rahman is from Sifatullah. Sifatullah yani from the attributes of Allah. Is it real? Is it Rahman from Sifatullah? Allah, the name Allah is a creation too, if you know that. There's nothing you can trail Allah with. Nothing. There's even the name of Allah is a creation for this creator. You cannot trail Him even by names, because He only gave you this definition, and this is what you should know for Alam al-Dunya. And He gave Malaika definition, and this is what they should know for Alam al-Malakut. And if we are in heaven, this will give you a definition, and this is how you should know in Alam. But do you know who is Allah? Who is the most knowing person? Who is the most knowledgeable person of Allah? Who knows? Yeah, Rasulullah, right? Because He know Him the best type. Now, over here, who can give you the most definition of Allah? No, over here in this room. A person who can give you the best description of Allah is a person who cannot connect him to anything.
You can imagine.
Yes, not just that. He cannot connect him to anything, not just imagining. He cannot connect him to anything at all. The more you not connect Allah to anything, the more you know Allah. Can you imagine that? Okay. So Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim are creations. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim are creations, right? Type. مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط. This is all دعاء دعاء دعاء. طيب where is Muhammad now? Muhammad is Ar-Rahman. How did we know that? From the Quran itself. He said وَكَتَبَ عَلَى نَفْسِهِ الرَّحْمَةِ. He wrote upon himself a rahmah. وَأَرْسَلْنَاكَ رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. We sent you رحمة للعالمين. So if you say Ya Rahman, who are you asking? You're asking Allah Azza wa Jal by Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Right? Because it's connected to Rasulullah. It is a part of the religion, Rasulullah. This is how you know Allah, by Rasulullah. طيب, now you come to the hard part. Who is Ali alayhi salam? Because many people now, they keep telling us, oh, Ali is not mentioned in the Quran. We always tell them, yes, this ayah, this ayah, this ayah, this ayah, and they will say, no, it's not. Where is Ali in this ayah?
Rahim.
Yeah, Rahim. وَهُوَ بِالْمُؤْمِنِينَ رَؤُوفٌ رَحِيم. Allah Azza wa Jal, He showed us that there is a sifa for Allah, attribute for Allah. It only specialized for who? For mu'mineen. طيب, the only person who can filter all the people from munafiqeen and mu'mineen, who is? Who's Imam Ali. So Rahim is an attribute for Imam Ali. Allah Azza wa Jal, He gave him this sifa in alam al-malakut. طيب, we go even deeper. Can we go deeper? Okay. So if we say all the Quran, all of it is in Surah Al-Fatiha, right? طيب. And the hadith say all the Fatiha is in Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. طيب. Where is Muhammad in Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim? Yeah, where is it? No, I'm asking them. Huh? Who? No. Yeah, still Rahman. But this Rahman, who will be? Muhammad or Ahmad? Ahmad. This Rahman will be Ahmad. Some people said when we start presenting our lecture, we told them Allah Azza wa Jal, when He created Ahmad Malakuti, the Noor, Allah Azza wa Jal, He sent Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam as a small piece from Muhammad. So if someone come to us and say, what is your proof about that? What we can tell them? Surah Al-Fatiha itself is a proof. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Ar-Rahman over there is Ahmad. Ar-Rahim over there is Ali al-Malakuti, for the one who is Batan Rasulullah. Huh?
Why Ahmad, not Muhammad?
Ahmad, he is the first creation of Allah Azza wa Jal, is Ahmad, not Muhammad. Because he has to start by Alif.
Okay.
You see, it has to start by Alif.
So even in Surah Al-Fatiha, it's Ahmad.
Yeah, Ahmad, yeah. It's at the beginning, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. And then after that is Ali. Yeah. And then Allah Azza wa Jal, He mentioned him in Isra al-Mi'raj, for Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He said, وَكَانَ قَابَ قَوْسَيْنَ أَوْ أَدْنَى. He was 2 bows from the ultimate creation of Ahmad. When Rasulullah, he was ascended to heaven, he went to Ahmad. And then something happened over there, and then this is, I have a 3D movie if you want to watch it.
Went to Ahmad.
Yes, Muhammad, he went to Ahmad, and then this is how Imam Ali was created. It is all, I told you, it is all relative.
Yeah.
When Allah Azza wa Jal, He took Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Isra and Mi'raj sentence, He took him in no time place. This no time still exists till this moment. If there's no time place, yani for us is paused, right? So this is existed till this moment. So the ascendant for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is still in existence till this moment. So if we want to go deeper about Allah Azza wa Jal and the science of Allah Azza wa Jal, the first thing we need to do is we need to go outside our bodies. Not, I don't mean like your nafs, go outside your body. No, you need to think outside the edges of your body. You need to really know that Allah Azza wa Jal, He's keeping you in this alam ad-dunya with this body as a symbolism for something very big is happening in different place. So based on that, all the Quran is in Surah Al-Fatiha. All Surah Al-Fatiha is in Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So in Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, how many names we have? We have Bism, right? By the name of Allah, Muhammad Ali. If we know Allah, Muhammad Ali, then Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim is all the Quran. You see now?
Yeah.
It is all the Quran. If you're connected to those three, is all the Quran. So the prayers is still there. So the intercession, shafa'a, yani, it has to go to prayers, right? For Allah, and then Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and then Imam Ali sallam. So do you understand now what do I mean by Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad or not?
Yeah.
Little bit? Yeah. So there's a science behind that. If you say Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad, you are actually taking the whole Quran. You are studying the whole Quran. Yeah, it is. I told you, it's the deepest science you'll be able to imagine because it is connected to the whole Quran. So if we go back to the science when I said that the pi is represented by Imam Ali salamullah alayh, it's 3.14, and those letters are, if we flip them, is equal to Ali. And then there's the golden ratio is representing the phi. We have pi and we have phi. 1.6 if what we call the Fibonacci sequence. 1.6, and this is represent the creation of everything. It is very unique. I want you to study. I always say them, but I really want you to study about them. Inshallah, let's speak next week more deeper about the pi. But I wanted to present this lecture this way today because I don't want you to be connected to time when we speak about the pi next week. I don't want you to connect to time when we speak about the phi. Why? Because a person can tell me 3.14 equal to existence. How? Type. What is Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim again? How many letters inside Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim?
Many letters?
Yeah. 4, right? Yeah. Can we say 3.1? 4? Equal to the pi, مثلا? For Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Can we say that? Yeah? Yeah. Can we say, are you connecting those together? Yeah, inshallah next week we'll speak about it more. Do you have any questions? Any questions for you?
No problem.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. صلوا على محمد وعلى آله. اللهم صل على محمد.